Caitlyn Clark has just taken over Hollywood Boulevard with a towering Nike billboard, and the moment could not have been better timed. While certain players are relying on eye-catching Instagram posts to maintain attention, Clark is being permanently showcased on one of the most iconic streets anywhere in the world. Angel Reese has now seen her rival's image illuminated on a global stage, and it is hard to imagine that does not carry some weight. This development shifts the narrative entirely. Do you believe Angel Reese is truly affected by Caitlyn Clark's Hollywood spotlight, or has she moved beyond caring? Share your thoughts below. So, Caitlyn Clark has officially arrived in Hollywood, and not in the typical way many WNBA players might imagine, such as a brief cameo in a forgettable film or an appearance on a reality show that barely draws viewers. Instead, Clark has been permanently showcased on Hollywood Boulevard through a massive Nike billboard that thousands of people pass by every single day. This is not some ordinary advertisement placed along a quiet highway in Nebraska. This is Hollywood Boulevard, the home of the Walk of Fame and one of the most recognizable streets in the United States, if not the entire world.
Hey, Caitlyn! Can you make it from there?
Hey, Caitlyn, how about from here?
Come on, guys.
Yeah, she can't make it from there. No chance.
Caitlyn, from me, don't let. You got it.
I'm not even gonna ask.
Hey, Caitlyn, from here might be impressive. Am I right?
Whatever, Che.
From right here.
From there!
From anywhere.
All right, well, looks like she can do it.
The billboard captures Clark in mid-action alongside the bold tagline, "You can't win, so win." It is part of Nike's Super Bowl campaign featuring a lineup of elite athletes, including Jordan Chiles, Sabrina Ionescu, Sha'Carri Richardson, and Aya Wilson. The commercial plays to Led Zeppelin's Whole Lot of Love, with Grammy winner Doekiai delivering a voiceover that highlights how women in sports are constantly told what they cannot do, and challenges them to do it anyway. It is a striking and empowering message, and Clark stands prominently as one of the central faces of the campaign. Now, let's be honest about the significance of this moment. Nike does not place just anyone on a Hollywood billboard. Premium advertising space of that caliber is reserved for athletes who have not only excelled on the court, but have also demonstrated the ability to generate real commercial impact. This level of recognition is reserved for the elite, athletes who go beyond their sport and become true cultural icons. Michael Jordan had billboards. LeBron James had billboards. Kobe Bryant had billboards. And now, Caitlyn Clark has her own billboard on Hollywood Boulevard. That is the company she is keeping. Clark shared the moment on Instagram, posting multiple photos in Nike gear with the caption, "You'll be told you can't do it, so do it anyway." That is quintessential Clark, self-assured without tipping into arrogance, inspiring without feeling preachy. Over the past few years, she has become exceptionally media-savvy, understanding exactly how to shape her message and her brand. Nike's decision to make her a centerpiece of their Super Bowl campaign is a clear endorsement of her influence and marketability. Let's dive into why this matters beyond the obvious thrill of seeing your face on Hollywood Boulevard. Nike's Super Bowl commercials are huge cultural events. The Super Bowl consistently ranks as the most-watched television broadcast in the United States each year, and companies pay millions for just 30 seconds of airtime. Nike's full-scale investment in women's sports for their Super Bowl ad sends a clear message. Women's sports are not a side project or a charitable afterthought. They are legitimate, profitable, and worthy of serious financial commitment. Nicole Hubbard Graham, Nike's CMO, told Fast Company that women athletes are currently breaking records, selling out arenas, and commanding contracts on a level never seen before, and she's absolutely right. The 2024 WNBA season experienced its highest viewership in 24 years. Games consistently sold out, and merchandise flew off the shelves. And the driving force behind all of that growth? Caitlyn Clark. Her rookie season was historic by every standard. shattering multiple WNBA records, earning Rookie of the Year honors, and drawing millions of new fans to women's basketball. People who had never watched a WNBA game were suddenly subscribing to League Pass just to see her in action. Arenas that were once half-empty filled up whenever the Indiana Fever took the court. That is star power, the kind of influence that makes Nike think, this is the athlete who belongs on Hollywood Boulevard. Now, let's shift to Angel Reese, because she is undoubtedly aware of the billboard. She has seen it, and there's a good chance it affected her at least a little. Reese and Clark share a peculiar rivalry that began in college and has carried over into the WNBA. Reese has always framed herself as Clark's equal, sometimes even claiming superiority. She highlights her double-doubles, her dominance on the boards, and her championship credentials. All of that is accurate. Reese is undeniably a very skilled player. But there's a key distinction. Being an excellent athlete and being a cultural phenomenon are entirely different. Reese is a strong basketball player with a solid social media presence. Clark, on the other hand, is a generational talent who has reshaped both the economics and visibility of women's basketball. The scope of their impact is simply not comparable. Reese has made a concerted effort to craft her own brand. She appears on podcasts, attends Fashion Week events, and consistently curates her Instagram content. She is clearly aiming to build influence that extends beyond the court. And there's nothing wrong with that. Athletes should absolutely leverage their platform while they have the chance. Yet, despite all the effort, the self-promotion, and the brand building, Rhea isn't seeing Nike billboards lining Hollywood Boulevard. That reality has to sting. The comparison is unavoidable, and it's harsh. Clark receives recognition at NBA games. Clark's face appears on billboards in Hollywood. Clark stars in major Super Bowl commercials. Clark is the highest-paid female athlete on the planet. Meanwhile, Rhea is limited to podcast appearances and Instagram posts. The disparity between them in cultural impact and commercial value is striking. Moments like this Nike billboard make that gap impossible to overlook. What adds another layer of intrigue is the messaging of the campaign itself. You can't win, so win. That message speaks directly to women who've been told they're not good enough, not strong enough, or unable to compete at the highest levels. It's about defying expectations and proving the doubters wrong. And who better to embody that message than Caitlyn Clark, a player who has spent her entire career facing skepticism and then silencing it all with her performance. Clark was told she couldn't shoot from that distance. She became one of the most prolific long-range shooters in basketball history. She was told women's basketball couldn't draw major audiences. She delivered record-breaking viewership to the sport. She was told the WNBA couldn't sustain superstar salaries. Clark became the highest-paid female athlete in the world. At every turn, Clark has consistently proven the doubters wrong. That's exactly why Nike wants Clark's face on their billboards. Sabrina Ionescu, also featured in the Nike campaign, said, "Women's sport isn't the future. It's happening right now. We see it in packed arenas and TV ratings, in the way fans are showing up for the game like never before. Commanding attention isn't about being the loudest in the room. It's about ensuring that when you step up, everyone takes notice." That final line is especially relevant when comparing Clark and Rhea. Rhea may be the loudest in the room, but true impact isn't always measured by volume. Rhea is constantly talking, constantly promoting herself, constantly making sure everyone knows she's there. Clark, on the other hand, simply steps up and commands attention through her performance. She doesn't need to shout about her talent. Her game speaks for itself. And apparently, Nike believes Clark's game is worthy of being showcased on Hollywood Boulevard. The timing of this billboard is notable. As we approach the 2026 WNBA season, expectations for Clark are sky high. She has openly stated her goal of reaching the #1 ranking this year. She wants to win more championships. She wants to continue driving women's basketball forward. The Nike billboard serves both as a celebration of what Clark has already achieved and as a signal of the expectations ahead. For Angel Reese, this contrast must be frustrating on multiple levels. To start, the comparison is impossible to ignore. Clark lands Hollywood billboards, while Reese does not. Beyond that, the deeper truth is clear. No matter how much Reese pushes her personal brand, hosts podcasts, or attends high-profile fashion events, she is unlikely to rival Clark in terms of cultural influence and commercial power. Ree can continue putting up double-doubles every game. She can control the boards night after night. She can earn accolades and make all-star rosters. All of that is impressive and deserves recognition, but it doesn't automatically earn her billboards on Hollywood Boulevard. Closing the gap with Clark would require a major leap in both her impact on basketball and her visibility in broader culture. Right now, that divide is substantial. Meanwhile, the other athletes featured in Nike's campaign, Aya Wilson, Sabrina Ionescu, Jordan Chiles, and Sha'Carri Richardson, are all at the very top of their fields. Wilson, in particular, is widely regarded as one of the WNBA's elite players. Ionescu has established herself as a star, playing a key role in elevating women's basketball. Chiles competes at the Olympic level in gymnastics. Richardson ranks among the fastest women in the world. These athletes aren't just talented, they're influential figures shaping the culture of their sports. Clark is aligning herself with this elite group in the campaign. Where does Angel Reese fit into this conversation? Right now, she doesn't. Perhaps in the future she will, but at present, she hasn't reached that level. This isn't criticism, it's a candid look at the current landscape. Reese is a capable player building a solid career. Clark, by contrast, is a phenomenon transforming the entire landscape of women's basketball. The difference is stark. The Nike billboard also serves as a recognition of Clark's achievements. When she first entered the WNBA, there were countless skeptics, but Clark has proven them all wrong through her extraordinary performance. People doubted she could handle the physical demands of the game. They questioned whether her skills would translate to the professional level. Many believed the hype around her was inflated, expecting her to fade as just another standout college player who couldn't succeed in the pros. Clark proved every one of those critics wrong. Now, she's being honored by one of the world's biggest sports brands with a billboard on Hollywood Boulevard. For Ree, the takeaway should be clear. Promoting yourself only takes you so far. At some point, your achievements and the impact you make on the court have to speak louder than words. Clark has done exactly that. She's consistently lived up to the hype and then surpassed it. That's precisely why Nike has chosen her to represent the brand in one of the most high-profile advertising locations in the country. The Super Bowl commercial deserves attention as well. Nike hasn't centered a Super Bowl advertisement around women's sports since 1998, nearly 3 decades ago. The decision to return to that stage now, with Caitlyn Clark as one of the focal points, speaks volumes about the growth of women's athletics and Clark's direct role in accelerating that momentum. She isn't simply riding the wave of increased popularity. She's one of the driving forces behind it. And Angel Reese is witnessing all of this unfold in real time.